Leaf thickness, it says leaf thicker is better, facilitates greater photosynthesis and nutrient transport. Fe, Mg, and K are associated with this. That means iron, magnesium, and potassium are associated with leaf thickness. So this is not written overtly, basically infer from this. Therefore, if you find that your leaves are getting thin, like on your, I don't know what it would be, sometimes your summer squash and zucchini leaves get really thin. They're generally kind of thin, but sometimes they get really like papery thin. Whatever it is, tomato leaves, sometimes tomato leaves are like thick like a steak, and sometimes tomato leaves are really thin and just sort of, papery. So what you can do is you can take some iron sulfate, some magnesium sulfate, and some potassium sulfate. Those are all soluble forms of these elements. Magnesium sulfate is called Epsom salt. Potassium sulfate is sulfate of potash. That's a readily available fertilizer. These are all organically approved materials. Take them, dissolve them in water, and apply a foliar spray of one of each of these. Iron on this plant, magnesium on this plant, potassium on that plant. If we say iron, magnesium, and potassium are associated with this, give one plant iron, give one plant magnesium, give one plant potassium. Come back tomorrow or 2 days from now and see if you notice a difference. If you notice a difference with the iron, then okay, great. I'll apply the iron to everybody else and see if I get some result. A lot of this is trial and error. I mean, certainly if you've got the money and you want to send off samples to labs, you can do that. So leaf thickness, okay, leaf shape, shorter, wider leaves correlate with a higher productive potential and stockier plants. Anyone seen on a tomato plant at the beginning of the year, these big, broad, blocky leaves at the bottom of the plant, and then come end of August, early September, see these really long, skinny, kind of smaller leaves? Same plant, bottom leaves are big and broad, top leaves are long and skinny. You notice that?
Yeah.
Every time a new leaf came, between the bottom ones and the top ones, they were a modulation, somewhere between that broad up to the small and skinny. Every time you see those new leaves come on with a different shape, if you know what you're looking at, you can say, oh, that's calcium. Oh, that's potassium. Right? They should maintain that big, broad, blocky shape through the plant. And if they don't, that's the plant telling you, I'm missing this or I'm missing that. When you begin to learn to recognize the symptomology, you can address it systemically much earlier in the growing season and prevent those things of disease and the plants basically wearing out. You would like to see them go through life as healthy adults, not be strung out.